We are going to learn today elif command in Python, decision making structure. So what elif command is doing, giving to you, elif command will um, simply make your coding much more easier for multiple values for a single, okay, single variable. If a single variable carries multiple values, then very easily you can elif command. I am going to write a case here. See, if I am to write a case here, suppose I am to write here if you see I am typing here if, then suppose I am writing here x equal to 2. Okay, so I am going to write here if, then bracket I am going to write here if x is equal to 3. Okay, then print I am going to write here okay. Done. See, so what value it is going to give me? It is not going to give me any value for that, right? So same thing I am going to write here. I am going to show you in a program so that it will be more better for you people to understand. So I will go to the file menu and I am going in a new. Okay, so what I am going to write here, you see, I will ask you to input a value integer, then I am writing here input, then I am going to write here, you see, enter a value. Okay, and again I am writing here value between 1 to 7 valid values you will enter. Okay, so this will be entered. Done. Now what I am going to write here, you see, the very first thing, if, see, I am writing here x equal to 1, so I am going to write here print, then I will type here this is 1. Okay, got it. Now I will not having any else part, is it? Second one I am writing same thing here. I am going to write here if, then I am going to write here if x is equal to 2, then I am going to write here print, and then I am going to write here this is 2. Can you tell me how this program is going to run? If I am going to write here x equal to 3, okay, then again I am going to write here print, and then I am going to write here this is 3. Okay, done. Okay, then I have to write here few more, understand? So I am writing here few more. See, so I am going to make it here, this one will be 4. Okay, and this one will be 4. 5, and then this will be 6. Okay, done. Then one more is there 7. So can anybody explain me how this program is running and what type of output we are going to get? Okay, this is done. So we have used how many if condition? See, we have written enter value from 1 to 7, and then we have entered all individual. We are going to check out for each specific possible values what user can enter. And if I am going to run the program here, you see, I am going to run the program. It is asking me to save, so I am saving this one. I am writing here 1.py. Okay, so this is there, done. So it is asking me enter a value. So if I am to write here 6, right? So now you think that when you have written the code, how many lines, how many if else condition it has to pass in order to go to 6? Any idea? See, we are entering here. So it will first check this one, x equal to 1 or not. It is not getting a match. Then it is going to check this one. It is going to check this one. Then this one. Then this 5. So 1, 2, 3, 4, fifth time is a match occur, is it? So that it is going to print. Just check it out. This is 6. Right. But at the same time, if somebody is going to enter here, try to understand very nicely is that if somebody is going to enter here, I am going to run the module, and instead of 1 to 7, if somebody enter here 14, 17, let's suppose, what is going to happen? I am to press enter key. The program has run successfully. Program has run successfully, but the program has not got the correct condition to be matched here. Okay, so it has matched with 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and then it has not matched 17. That's why it has not printed anything. So this is a very simple example where conditions are running without else part. Okay, and there is a possibility that your query may not be answered by your program because there is no technique you have applied for that. But at the same time, if I am going to write here with else part, the same thing I am going to modify with else structure, definitely I can overcome this. So here you see, if x equal to 1, print this one, and then after this one I will go see how I am modifying the structure. I am going to write here else. Okay, then this else is going to have again if part, if x equal to 2. Then again I am going back here, again I am converting this one print. Then again this if is going to have else part, you see. Then again I am going to check here if x equal to 3 or not. Then accordingly I am printing it here. Then again I am going back here, again I am writing here else. Okay, then here again I am checking if x equal to 4. Then I am printing the true value of 4. Then again I am going back here and I am writing else part. Now I am supplying for making that, see, 5. Okay, then next one I am going for the else part. You see, we will reduce the error done by program first part if without else. So that we are going to remove by fusing this else here. So again I am going back here, again I am writing, I am going to make it here. You see, if x equal to 6, print 6. Then this if is going to have else part, you see. If this is not coming correct, then x equal to 7 is coming. 7 true part, then true part is printing, you see, 7. And now you see this if is going to have its else part. So now you see, if you suppose to enter 14, 16 or more than 7, then definitely that will come in this section, else section. So here I can print any other value which apart from 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 will come in this section here, and I am going to write here invalid input. Are you getting me? This is if with else. So I am going to run this one, you see. Now I am going to make it here 89. Okay, so here you see invalid input. It just checked invalid input. One more time, if I am going to run here, you see, again I am going here, again I am running. So I am going to run here, not 5, I am going to run 2 here. So you see it's valid, you see this is 2. So now this program has gone that it can take decision if any wrong entry is there, because the final else you have supplied with that. So this structure, we can modify this structure. See, a single value here, x value, having multiple sub values. You see, x variable is going to have multiple values here, 1, 2, 3, 4, like that. So this if else statement, this nested if else statement can be cope with if structure. So I am going to modify this one with elif structure. Now you see how to modify this. So here you see, if x equal to 1, print this one, then else. With this else we are going to write here elif. E-L-I-F, elif. Okay, and after this elif, what I am going to write here? I am going to write the condition. Okay, so this is going to reduce your typing effort done by you. So elif, then condition will go. Okay, so I can go here. You see, what is my condition here for that one? You see, I am going to reduce this. What is the condition? You see, this if x equal to 2 is the condition. Elif x equal to 2. Okay, then this is going to have a true value. So I am going to print this one. You see, print it is 2. Then again I am going back here. Again I am making elif. Okay, then again I am going to make here you see x equal to 3. Okay, then this is going to print here, you see 3. Then again I am going back here, again I am going to make here elif command. Okay, and then I am going to give a condition to be checked here, because I know multiple values are there. So I am going to write here x equal to 3. Then again I am going back here. Let me print this. So I am printing it here, you see. So see, there is no ladder, there is no nested, so only multiple values. If one value is not coming correct, it will go to the second one, then third one, then fourth one, like that. So again I am going to write here elif. Okay, then again I am going to put the condition here. You see x equal to 5. See, x equal to 5. Okay, done. Then again I am going back here, print the value. See, you will type, since I typed already, so I am just adjusting it out. Elif. Then again I am going to write a condition here. You see x equal to 6. Okay, done. Then again I am going to write here a print command. You see print. Then again I am going to write here elif. As much as possible, how many possible values are there supplying in your program, you write one elif for each condition. Okay, so now what is going to happen if condition is not matching? Can you supply? So after this one, last one, you see, I am going to write here only else. Okay, no condition is applied here. I am at the last one. I want to make that everything will go in default. Okay, default means what? If there is no value match, then ultimately it will go to the last statement, that is invalid input. So this is if with elif command. Right. So I am going to run this program, then I will make you to explain how this is running here. I am going to run this one. You see. So I am running here, let's suppose 7. So you see this is 7 coming here. Then if I am going to run the same program again here with run command, you see I am going to run it, and then I am going to make it here 25. Okay, then you see invalid input is coming. Okay, so let's understand this elif command. So can you tell me, guys, which one is the variable here? What is the variable name? Very fast. Tell me variable name here. X is the variable. Now tell me the variable type. Integer type. Okay, correct. Tell me the possible values of that variable for which you are going to write a condition. Possible values. Tell me the values 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 and 7. These are my possible values. So these possible values I am going to combine all together in one if, you see, supplied by elif. So this is one unit, and this if is going to have its else part, print invalid input. This is something very much different from other structure. If we are writing condition here, then true statement, then we are writing here else, then false statement. Okay, so here in this true statement here we are given multiple input values, possible values, by using elif command. So this side here, this one is this one here, then this else part will go here, else, then invalid input. If the value of x is not coming under this range 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, so this is going to be printed in that. This is a simple if else structure, elif structure. Alright. So can we make that same program? Yesterday, yesterday's class, I think I had discussed a question to you. I think we have discussed not grade A, grade B, grade C, like that. So can you make that answer with this elif command? You see where it is, this one, this structure. So where percentage is given there, and you have to print the grade, is it? So how to make that one with elif command? So can you tell me if for this case only, for this percentage case only, if you are going to take p for percentage, then this whole structure should run with p value or not? Percentage value? right? So very definitely you can make with elif command here. What is that elif command I am going to make? Suppose I am going to input p. Let's suppose p is for percentage. Okay, so what I am going to set here, see, my first target is what, this one, let me see, my first target is 100 to 80, grade A will be there here. Okay, so what I am going to write here to check that, if my, you see, if my percentage value is less than equal to 100, okay, and I am writing AND operator, and then I am writing here bracket here, percentage should be greater than 80. See, Yogesh, how I typed here, I haven't given without bracket. So I make myself this Python very much clear that I had supplied two condition here. Is it okay? Two condition I had supplied, but you are supplying three condition. What is your problem? That you are supplying this one, and after that one more you are writing. Suppose I am going to write one more. You see, I am going to write here OR, and then again I am writing that P should be greater than 10. Let's suppose any condition. So which one will be true at the same time? Either this and this or this. So that is the confusion here. For that you put this whole condition inside a bracket, so that this become one condition or second condition. So this is your error in your program. Okay, so I am going to delete this. Done. So if this one is there, then print grade A. I am writing here grade A. Done. Now that same percentage is going to have again second value here, so need not to change, only simple this to be modified. Okay, and we can very easily do with elif command. Okay, so I am going to change here, you see elif. Then third one I am going to change here, see this one. So for the second one, what is that condition will be here? That it less than or equal to 80, and it should be greater than 60. Done. For the third one, it should be greater than 60, you see, and it less than or equal to 60, and greater than, what is that, 40. And after that one there is nothing required for this one, so I am deleting this. So anything which is below 40 or equal to 40, that will be given here. What is that? That grade fail. Okay, and I am going to write here grade B. I am going to write here grade C, you see, grade C. Done. Just check. So do you think this program is going to run? The same program I had shown you in multiple ways. Okay, if else nested one. Okay, then same thing we are going to do with elif command. So now you see your coding is more compact, more smaller. Okay, Python is giving you. So I am going to run this program. You see, I am going to run it out. Okay, done here. So I am entering percentage here 78. So what grade will be awarded? Say grade A will be awarded. So let's check it out. Grade B. Okay, 80 to 90 and 60 to 80, that is grade B. So it's coming correct, right? Have you understood elif command? Everybody? Anybody have to ask? So question will be more precise. Either do by elif command, either do by if else ladder, either you do by nested if else condition, either you do by if without else. That is up to your things to be taken care for. Is it okay? So now I think this if else concept, I think, utterly clear for you all. So I want to start a new topic, a very different topic, that is looping. Okay, how to repeat a task, and nearly about 30% of Python deals with this condition making and looping. Okay, so before that, you people tell me one logic, then I will make myself satisfy and we'll start that. Now suppose I want to enter a number. Okay, how I will print that number is a negative number I entered, or that number is 0, or that number is a positive number? What sorts of condition I am going to write? Let's make this program that you will let me know. I will type. Yeah, come on. My question is that I will enter an integer. Okay, now my program will print specifically that I had entered a positive integer, or I had entered a negative integer, or I had entered 0. Tell me what to do. Yeah, somebody. All CS. Okay, so where I am going to make it out, where I am going to change. Let's suppose we make use the elif command. So I'm going to write here, let's suppose I'm going to write here p as that integer input. So I'm writing here enter an integer, you see, enter and integer. Okay, now what type of condition I'm going to write here? If, so here I have to make a condition. So let's make a first condition here, that if p is equal to 0 or not. Okay, so if p is equal to 0, I am writing that you have entered 0. You have entered 0. Okay, done. Check it out. And if it is not coming p 0, then what type of condition? Let for negative number, that p will be less than 0. You supply on your own. Okay, so if it is less than 0, then what is that? What output you are going to write? You have entered. You have entered negative integer. Okay. Then again third one I am going to write here. If p is greater than 0, then again what to type here? You have entered positive integer. Okay, so what about this else part? You have entered positive. I am writing here positive. Okay, so you want that this elif will not be working, and this will be simply else command, right? Now this we want. I am to write here else part. I am going to write here, and this else is going to print here like this way, and this will not be checked out here, and of course this is, can go. Got it? Okay, so let's see. So this program I am entering in running time. I am going to enter here -9. Is it? Okay,